Like
You're not able to have a long session,
I
Warren.
hope that
I,
I hope you're not looking for a long session.
I, you know what? You never gave me a long session.
Uh,
All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good evening. You're watching. We named this show so many things, and I think we're gonna dead set on happily divorced.
yeah, I like that name.
You like that name?
Yeah,
All
it's a
right.
good
So
name.
my co-host is my ex-husband. I'm look. I'm about to say I'm Warren again. I'm LaDonna Raeh, and who are you, sir?
Warren I.
Warren I. Welcome to the show. Not welcome to the show. Welcome them to the show. You want to welcome them to the show?
Yes, welcome to this awkward show about two people that are divorced and having a show about their divorce. It's interesting in an awkward way.
It really is. I like that. Last week was so much fun. I almost called one of your girlfriends. It was, well, not one of your girlfriends, but someone who was interested in you a while back. And we called our moms. That was fun. What did your mom say about being called on the show?
I don't think she said anything.
Okay, well, my mom didn't either. I don't know what's up with these yahoos. Like they should understand that we are bound to be the best show on earth. So they should be like, oh my gosh, thanks for calling us on your show. And then the week before we had Gia and Art Davis. They're divorced, and we talked about quite a few things, how to get them in their happy place. Do you think we succeeded, Warren, getting them in their happy place?
Yeah, I'm sure they were in a happy place before they talked to us. We had nothing to do with. I mean, I don't want to take responsibility. You have to take responsibility for their successes. You have to take responsibility for some things else. So I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
I believe they talked to us and we had a nice conversation. Let's leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Okay, I will leave it at that. I want to just welcome some people to come onto the show. Even if you can't get your ex spouse or ex boyfriend, baby daddy, baby mama to come on the show with you, we can still talk to you about some things that you've overcome. Like one of the issues that we're having, actually parallel at the same time, is how people don't understand how we're in a happy place and we don't want to be happily together. So, am I wording that right? I'm not even wording it right, am I? Let me see.
I
What
think
what did you say? You came up with this. It was so good. You said, "What are the bad things about having a healthy relationship?"
okay. First, I came up with the things of what makes a healthy relationship. 10 things that make a healthy relationship, and then the contrary is what are the just curious. What are the things that are bad about a healthy relationship? You know, and so you kind of just went over the part about you didn't you didn't hear the part when I said 10 things that are good about having a healthy relationship, which I thought was a good topic, and then you know
You said 10
next
things
thing
that are good.
yeah, 10 things that are great about the relationship after divorce. I think it's that's what I started it with. I started the conversation with, and I guess you were like, "Oh, skip that." That's not juicy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. I probably I heard you, but I wasn't listening. What can I say?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so 10 things that are great about having a healthy relationship. I'm trying to
Exactly.
type. I don't know why I can't type today. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna post this, right? Okay, so do you have those 10 things?
10 things. Oh yeah. Well, okay. Number one, a good thing about having a healthy relationship with your ex. Which okay, let me just say this before I even go there. I'm just um, I really honestly think that having a healthy relationship is important, but in a way, I resent having a healthy relationship with my ex. This is the crazy part, and this is why I
Making
can't.
sense. You're not making sense. What are you talking about?
I, I resent it as far as let me go ahead and explain. I thought it was, but okay. So having a healthy relationship is important, but I resent it because if you have a healthy have a healthy relationship, then why in the hell did you get married? I mean, my fault, get divorced. I apologize. Why in the world did you stay married? So that's the part that, in a way, is kind of like a paradox. It's kind of like one of those things. It's like you want to be happy, but if you're happy, then why the hell did you get divorced? And that's one of the things that we kind of came upon the the other part, and that's where you heard me and you started to listen. What I was thinking about that.
Well, I think you're onto something there, because obviously, like, even just thinking about something that was pointed out to me by one of my kids, is that the way I used to come in the house, or the way I used to greet you, that was totally wrong. But looking back, hindsight is 2020. Um,
Yeah.
I think that we've had to overcome all of the mistakes that we made in order to get to a healthy place to raise our children and coexist on the same planet. Because it's not even about being in the same country, state, city. I'm talking we have to coexist on the same planet, because that's even too tight if you have an unhealthy relationship.
Yeah. Well, which is exactly why the healthy relationship is important.
Right.
And I think that I think that goes without saying. Healthy is better than unhealthy.
Right, exactly. So what are some of the problems? No, you have the 10 things. I'm sorry. So what, you never got to number one.
Number one, you said it right there. Kids. Being able to communicate for the kids. Just having a healthy relationship. I mean, having a healthy position in life in general. Because if you're toxic, you start thinking the toxic things, and you can't function. And so it translates into so many different things. This being healthy is like almost 5 things all at once. You live a longer life. You're able to think clearer.
Okay, so you're able to think clearer. Is that number 2?
No, that's like I said, it's about 5 of them. Have been healthy is like five of them. You know what I mean? If you're miserable, it's like so many different things that under that umbrella.
Can I get to number 2 though? I mean, what's the second thing? Okay, being healthy, I got you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number 2 though. What's the second thing about great things about having a healthy relationship?
Well, number 1 was the kids, being able to communicate for the kids. And then number 2 is just having a good mindset. And then number 3 is.
I'm typing this.
Why are you typing this? Are we testing?
No, I'm typing this so that people can see it. Having a
Oh,
good
wow.
mindset. Okay. No, what's number 3?
Oh, wow. Okay. I did not know I was going to be tested later. Okay. So everybody, this will be on the test later. Okay. So number 3, just healthiness. Healthy is, physical health, mental health, spiritual health, even financial health. It has to do with healthy, with your ex is just has a really big, encompasses a lot, and then you're able to not have to you can move on better that way. Having a healthy relationship, you can move on better.
Okay,
I
that's
think
number 4.
people that aren't people that have an unhealthy relationship have a hard time moving on, and then toxicity might run over to another partner. They don't want no parts of it. So there you go. And I'm sure you're able to live longer. There you go. I mean, toxic.
I'm not typing.
I know we were written this all down, so I'm
just trying to put it into words here, because
I tell you what, I did not know I was going to be. I did not know I was going to have to put this into that. So I'm just basically saying that a healthy relationship is like almost 5 different things. A kid, number 1, and the kids probably you have a good example for them. So I guess that's another thing.
Yeah, good example is another thing. Maybe I should write this down so that I can add.
No, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
You really shouldn't, because it takes too much time. I'm just
okay.
Basically just looking at you're able to be let me see. Like right now, you're able to I don't know, you're able to talk to a person, and maybe even somebody, you're able to use a resource that that you probably didn't have before. Well, my fault. But you're able to, because at the very least, a lot of my you know a lot about me, so I could use that resource because I don't have to go back and I explain a whole bunch of stuff to somebody. So
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's not like you would throw away a piece of paper. You know what I mean? It's still there.
Okay, I got you. So are we on number
But
7
maybe
yet?
that's number 10. You know what? That's all right. I don't know if it's number 10. I was an arbitrary number that I did not know
Skip
I was going to
7,
be
8,
tested.
and 9.
Yeah, just make it. That's yeah.
All right. So let me. I have some things I want to add. So overall health.
There
I'm
you go.
sorry.
Hey,
So, positive things to basically say that a good thing to have a great relationship with your ex is the tension that makes my hair stand up on my back. If you think about it, you know that you're
physical.
going to be in the you know you're going to be in the same space with someone that you are not in the best already prepare your responses, your reactions in your mind. It takes up too much space. So
Exactly.
so now because you know that you're not in that space with that person, you don't have to do that.
I don't
And
have to remember all that. I try my
right,
best not to remember that because I
right,
do. You know, I try my best not to remember.
right. Yeah, no, I'll remind you if needed. But I just know that it's really not healthy. It's stressful to know and anticipate that you're going to be in the same space with someone that are not in a good space with. So, yep, that covers 1 through 10, even if we skipped 1 or 2.
Exactly.
All right, can we get to the juicy stuff? The juicy stuff.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What is it about having a healthy relationship with your ex that gets in the way of your next?
Is that what was that what it was? Okay.
That will make your possible next.
What's the downfalls of having a healthy relationship? And you
Yeah.
know, I think if you base it on your next, that shouldn't be your next. But it is definitely, honestly, it is a negative to it because the person I can go by me and without getting into too much personal. My uh friend that I am dating now, and we're maybe a little bit more than friends, but she feels a certain kind of way. I think she feels threatened, but you know, that's just something that I try my best to, you know, downplay. But if she doesn't, you know, I mean, I remember when you had told me this long time ago, and you were like, "Well, we're going to be able to take trips when we're divorced." And I used to think, I was like, "Man, why would I take a trip with my ex? You know, that don't make no sense." And it still don't make a whole lot of sense. But I'm just trying to say that I'm closer to that mindset than I was then. I'll tell you that much. But it's one of those things that now that right there is, I'm sure she doesn't feel secure, I guess.
No. And you know what? Being a woman, I can't say that it's a security thing. I don't think it's an insecure thing. I think it is a so much of an outlandish thing that when you are trying to build with someone, first of all, let's think about there's levels of building individual. When we're in our 20s, okay, 20-year-olds have potential. Okay. 20-year-olds have less baggage than a 50-year-old. 20
I
year
don't
olds
I don't understand what you're saying. I really
I'm
don't.
getting there. That's because you're not hearing me out. So 20 people love that. They love the bicker. Okay. So at 20, you expect to get with someone that has less baggage, less of a past, not an ex.
You should have saw my facial experience with that, and I don't know where you're at, but I was kind of watching my own facial experience. I was like, where's she going at this? But go ahead.
Yeah, you probably look to the right and the left real fast.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever it
Yeah.
was.
And then you probably did your lips together and then you said, I know you
Yeah,
did. Yeah, I know you did.
whatever I did, I noticed it. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so that was one
That's
of
the
those things
facial
that should have been
expression.
caught on television. Because
Right.
anyway, go ahead.
All right. So
You said
20,
bicker, and
I'm
you said
saying
20-year-olds,
no.
and it was like I didn't know what you're talking about.
This
Bicker. Then you went to the ring on the drums, and I'm like,
can
where's she talking? Where's she going?
can I just talk? Can I get this out? Okay, so at 20, you have less baggage, less things to
Is this a coach show, or is this a LaDonna Raeh
Oh my
show?
God, let me just fix my
No, I'm
mic
just
up.
trying to figure out. Is this a coach show? This is what I know. I'm not stealing your shine. I'm just trying to say.
It's
You
not
know,
shine. I'm just trying to get my thought out before I forget.
okay. All right. Apologize. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Thank you. Um, Forget it. So at 20, 20, there's less baggage. 30, there's more baggage. 40, there's a little bit more, a lot more baggage, I should say. 50, baggage all the way. So point is, because we're approaching our 50s, that means that we have more that comes with that, including kids, possible, one day grandkids, also ex-wives and ex-husbands. You know what I'm saying? See, you would expect that from a 20-year-old. They don't have an ex-wife or ex-husband usually, but as you get older, you have these exes because you have moved on, and you've taken more time to move forward. So when you get in a relationship, even though I would have loved to have said, I've been married 20 years by now. Okay. But I can't say that. I can't say that I've been with this person 20 years because I'm starting over. I haven't made the first year. Okay. So at this age, I just want to say that to any woman or man that has a significant other or possible significant other that wants to make nice or be kind or be cordial to their ex, and there's children involved, I believe the limitations come in play when the kids are old enough to make their own adult decisions. That's when the relationship can kind of dissipate a little bit more. But right now we still have to have this net that's cast around our children, and give them a normal experience, as normal as possible. Now, as far as Warren and I getting back together, um people have asked me that just because we were in the same
I did not know
place.
we were going to talk about this.
No, I'm serious. We were in the same city. Okay. So now, because we do this show or we're in the same city, people, are you gonna get back together? Three people asked me that, and I'm like, we've already rectified that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay all that money to get back. So watch this. I want that it, no matter who you're dealing with, they're going to possibly be a little edgy about me still being sort of in the picture. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing goes for me. No matter who I'm dealing with, they're going to be a little bit edgy about you still being sort of in the picture. So it is my job to prepare them and to make them comfortable. You know what I'm saying? To make them
Nope.
comfortable. Because I'm coming to the wedding.
Why? Huh?
Yep.
Why would you be your job to make them comfortable?
It's my job to, like, if I get a guy and he becomes my dude, okay, I can't even say it. He becomes my man. That sounds so weird. But I have to make him comfortable with knowing that I'm going to communicate with my ex-husband.
Okay. All right. Well, no, it's no problem. I kind of let it off with this. I was thinking that there's going to probably be some communication between. I think our communication, us having the show at the very least, is probably abnormal. And you're saying that if your next person didn't want that, you would not cut this off. I mean, I'm thinking it's to make them feel okay. I wouldn't mind. I don't want you to make anybody feel uncomfortable.
Nope, I wouldn't cut it off, and I'm gonna tell you why. That's just me. Now you can cut it off, but they knew what I was doing before we met. You know what I'm saying? I'm not comfortable with people trying to come into my life and change me, because
Oh, wow.
I've made that mistake. I come into someone's life and I want to change them, make them better.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can't add to me, you certainly.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I see that.
That's all I
Yeah.
got. You know, I mean, why does it? Why are people more comfortable with you calling your old? This goes for ex girlfriends too. If you, I'm uncomfortable when a man talks bad about his ex girlfriend.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a bad thing. Yeah.
It's a red flag for me, because I feel like, well, if you talked about her like a dog, I'm next. If this doesn't work out, that makes me uncomfortable.
Okay. Well,
I want to hear how great she was. I want to hear, that
dude.
you guys just had differences of opinions and it just didn't work out. I don't want to hear how she was such a evil monster. You stayed in it. So she wasn't that bad.
Okay.
Is that what you
Okay.
tell people, Warren? How evil I
But
was?
I tell people this is Okay. I tell people the exact words, word for word. I tell them, I say, that, okay, I'm thinking what the exact words I use. I say, that business is not, that's telling somebody else's business as well as mine. So I don't feel comfortable talking about it. So because that's not, it's not only my business, but it's their business. So if I talk to you about it, I'd be telling their business. So I tell them, I tell them I don't talk about it. So it's not, I'd be telling people's business. So I don't talk about it. I don't talk about my ex because I think it's a way of making of telling somebody else's business, basically, and that's gossip or whatever. I try my best not to gossip.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I remember when we first got together, you were asking me about my ex, and I was like, that's his business too.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe I got it from you then.
It doesn't matter. I think
It's
it's a
all
good
good.
practice. I think it's a good practice. All right, you're watching Happily Divorced. I'm LaDonna Raeh, and Warren
I just
Eyes
thought
on the
about something. I
phone.
just thought about something. I think I told somebody else, and that's the reason why this last person you were going to call. You said you were mad. I don't know if you told that on the show or not, because
I was mad at
they,
what?
they had told you something that I told them, and you were like, "What?" And you
Oh,
were upset.
they didn't tell me anything. I was reading your Facebook message.
No, you
What?
told me. You for real?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't write this down. I know. So she must have somehow,
You talking
some
about the
way.
halls?
I don't know about the halls. I forgot. I forgot details of it. But
I read your Facebook Messenger message.
it wasn't the Facebook. I wouldn't have wrote this stuff
No,
down.
she wrote it to you. I was reading her
Oh,
messages to you.
maybe so.
Yeah,
Maybe so.
she was like, you tell her she got to do it like this and use a halls. And I was like, hold up,
Wow. I don't
why
know
is
you were
she
on my
giving
Facebook
you?
stuff like that.
Oh yeah, my bad. Don't
Yeah, I
do
didn't
this
know
at
that.
home,
I
ladies.
thought she talked to you. I thought she was like verbal, but
No, she
you
didn't
read my.
talk. No, yeah, I read
Now
it.
that's something that I'm learning. I'm like, hold on, you're kind of extreme. I know you wouldn't and did that. I thought she told you this. I was under understanding that you had a conversation with.
I did have a conversation with her, but that was after I read about the halls. I wanted to call and thank her for that tip.
Todd.
I did. I did. She said use a halls and give fellatio.
Oh
I was
my
like, thank
goodness.
you. Thank you for the tip.
Okay,
Next
okay,
time,
okay.
don't give my
Yeah,
husband
yeah.
tips on,
Todd,
on
that's
oral
funny.
stuff. Yeah.
You're funny.
I
You
made
are hilarious.
hey, she didn't call you anymore. I made sure. Okay.
Yeah, I think she did tell me something like that. Did you call anybody else? Because I think somebody else had told me you were crazy. Another young lady told me, she says, your wife crazy. No, actually, she said this. No, she said this. She said, and this person will never re-listen to this call, but in fact, I shouldn't say it. I'm not gonna say her name. I apologize. I shouldn't say her name at all. But she said, because I was calling her about something totally different. I was in the business and I was calling her, and she was like, "You sure you be calling me your wife crazy?" Something like that.
Yeah.
But this is why we were broken up and everything. We were broken up, and I got into I wouldn't say a relationship with her, but she become a good friend of mine.
Oh, I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
did you talk to her? I'm just curious. I'm really I'm
Oh, she
that's
was
something else. I'm
wrong.
actually right here
Let me tell you,
online.
her approach to you was totally wrong because she was a friend of mine, so I thought, and then she went behind my back and started kind of trying to, get your attention. There's a no. You know what I'm saying? There's a no space. I'm never gonna. I don't care if my friends dated someone in second grade. I'm not gonna 20, 30 years later, try to get with them, maybe 30, but not. You know what I'm saying? That was just wrong. That was just
Yeah,
wrong. Now they've had a baby and all that fun stuff, but
yeah.
kudos to them. And they reached out to me for services in my business.
Oh, for real?
Business found that a little odd that they
Uh,
were comfortable trying to seduce my
yeah,
then husband.
yeah. Because we were
Yeah.
still married at the time. We were just separated.
Right. All right. But yeah, they didn't know what that meant. So yeah, those things happen too. But I want to tell everybody, we always talk about keep your families together. Um, once you divorce, it's hard to even fathom that. But if you are still married and you are still with your child's other parent or step parent, even keep your families together because I'm gonna tell you something. Warren and I did this was not a cakewalk. we were not the best of friends. It wasn't like, oh my God, you know what, Warren, I think we should just get divorced. Really? I was thinking the same thing. You know what? Would you like to have lunch and we'll discuss this? No, it was like pulling teeth, hair, and nails. But
God.
after that, I think we just became cordial, and I feel like it was just this year. I'm serious. I don't think even last year we were cool. Uh, it it was so. Am I right, Warren?
I don't know. Like I said, I have a bad memory.
Yeah, I think even up to last year, we were not cool.
No, that's not true. That's not
It got
true.
better. Oh, you know what? No, you're right, because I came to California and we were able to talk this
Right.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were able to talk this out. So it took that talk. We didn't have a mediator, unless you want to say Fortune was the mediator. But up to that California, because Warren kept the kids for the summer and I had to go to California to get them. We had Logan's birthday party and we were able to work together to make it happen.
You know what? I bet you somebody's going to be able to tell tell everything about our relationship and word for word, how things went down. They'll be like, okay, this is what happened now. It happened like this and like that. I mean, my goodness, woman.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they read the book I'm putting out.
Okay.
So watch this. It took that talk. Sometimes you have to have that talk in order to move forward, regardless of how much hurt is behind you. You don't know how much time you have left on this earth, and it's always best to make amends. I know it's hard, but it's best to make amends, because now the children, even my son said that he, my son, like it's not your son. Um one of our sons said that they're satisfied with the place that we're in right now, separate. They don't want to see us move back together or anything like that, and that's not in the plans. But I do want to say to people out there, if you are in with your family and you sleep, even if you're sleeping on the couch, um just reconsider submitting or presenting those divorce papers, because once you do that, it's hard to turn back. That's really the gist of it.
Okay. Okay. So I mean, and it's all good. I love it. Can What was the second part of our discussion was the negative aspects of of being happily married. Now we've
No, happily divorced. Happily
no
divorced.
happily divorced, or having a good relationship. And I was thinking that one of the things we were talking about was that well, I guess I'm rehashing it, but you were saying that our orbit was like man,
Did you
there's
say
something going.
orbit?
Yeah, I guess orbit. I don't know what kind of relationship you guys had with them, but they're definitely in your you're in your space, not mine. That was having some trouble.
Yeah, they just basically told me that they had a feeling that the Robinsons were getting back together. And it almost as cordial as we are, that that was that got my blood pressure boiling.
Wow, you got your blood pressure
It
boiling.
did, because I never gave that indication.
Well,
Um
people
I
come to that conclusion because it's natural to feel that way. I think that on my end they had similar. I don't know if they went that far and said we're gonna get back together, but they were definitely thinking, "Oh, she got plans for you," you know. And
no,
they were
no, I don't I don't.
well, you know what? I think. Oh, well, anyway, it's
Look,
funny.
can I be
This is
completely
hilarious.
transparent? Warren is annoying to me. Like,
Oh wow.
yes, I'm so glad I can get off the phone with him at times. I'm so serious. I'm not even bullshitting. Warren is annoying to me, and I'm always, I'm not even thinking about, you know,
Why? Thank you. I don't know.
I'm
I
just
don't know
being
how to take it.
real, like the comments, like even yesterday, you had asked me a question and I was like, I answered it, and you were like, you took it a step further, and I was like, dude, did I say that? And then my again, I was like, thank the heavens I can say, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow for the show. That was
Yeah.
it. I was so
Yeah. I
glad.
remember. I
But
remember. I remember. I
yeah,
remember. I
yeah, it,
remember.
it it gets like that, but that was like, we were more towards the end of our marriage. We turned into roommates and cousins, and I say that with dignity, because we just didn't, that match didn't strike. Is it's not, there's no rekindle, because We were like roommates. And I don't want a roommate. That's the loneliest feeling. And
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
that's the loneliest feeling. But now now I know that I had something to do with that. And man, what's up? I was what's upping you through the door?
Yeah,
Dang, that was wrong. But I guess my mental, I was disconnected because
yeah.
that's not normal. That's not even me.
It's not normal. It's not normal. I
No.
tell you what.
But I
I
learned from
mean,
it. I learned from it. I ain't what's up in nobody else. I'll be like, what's
you got to be
happening?
yourself. Got to be
Yeah.
yourself.
I gotta be
So,
myself. And really that's not me. I'm not a what's up type person with someone that I'm with or I feel like I'm, intimately with. So I'll what's up anybody else, but not, yeah. Tracy Hurst is saying take accountability. Take accountability. And speaking of accountability, we have to take accountability for being in a better space. If you are separated or divorced from your ex-spouse, get to that better place. I'm not
I
gonna
thought you were
say,
taping this. I thought you were taping this. I didn't know we were live yet. Guess so.
yeah, it's live. What
I
you
thought you were
wanted me to
taping it.
tape it?
No, no, I thought no. I didn't know. You do whatever you want. You're producing this.
I was just trying to get it done. Okay. I got
Yeah, well, true.
yeah, I'm sure you got something to do too. So take accountability, but take accountability and getting to a better place of communication with your spouse, so that with your ex-spouse, so that you guys can go to the graduation together, so that you don't have to sit next to each other, but there can be a mom and dad representation of the child when they graduate from kindergarten, eighth grade, high school, college, grad school, get married, even have baby showers. Okay. You want to be able to take part in those activities without planning separate activities. Trust me. Um, also, uh, outside family, aunts, uncles, cousins, just because the couple divorced doesn't mean you have to let go of your relationship with either one of them, and include especially the children. The children love you regardless. They're not looking at, well, because mom and dad divorced, we don't have access to uncle so and so, auntie so and so, cousin so and so, the other grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to the children. The children still need the support system of the entire family. So don't let it be a split down the middle. You can never split a house. Okay. But I really want to say that I've seen this where the children no longer are feeling like they're part of the rest of the family because of the divorce. What do you say,
Okay.
Corn?
Hey, I'm right there with you. I think that you have to stay positive relationship everyone, and because of the kids are involved, you have to stay positive. And I think that that's one of those things that I wanted to be on here, and I wanted to have a positive kind of example for my kids on how me and their mother got along. And I didn't want to show them an example of us bickering, because it's terrible, and it's terrible, not that this is another thing. This is this little dichotomy that I didn't want to do this just because we were not together. And I feel bad about that, really. And that's the part that is almost like a bad part about getting together on this level, because you're like, damn, not damn like you want to get together, but damn, we can get together apart, but we can't get together
Together.
uh, together.
Right.
So that's like, damn, part. So basically, I wanted to, that's the kind of thing that went on in my head about those things. And I think it's, through counseling or whatever, I definitely have healed on a holistic level. So I could be I think I can represent myself right now and say, hey, yeah, I was annoying, but I am whole.
You're
I was
still
annoying.
annoying. You're still annoying. Sorry.
I'm oh my goodness, your trip. Listen, look, regardless, I am whole, and I feel like my annoying self is meant for, someone. So
There's someone for
my
everyone.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, buddy.
You are true. I'm definitely. Let me just say this. You, I feel like there's definitely somebody out there for you, and you are a lovely lady. And I think that me saying that does not give me any type of doesn't give me any type of meaning that I'm trying to get back with you or we're trying to get back to each other, but we're just being healthy relationships wise. And part of that is just setting a great example and being just somebody that our kids can look up and say, we're great. It's terrible. Now it's like on oxymorons or whatever like this. I don't know. It's like, we're in a good spot and we don't have to be in a bad spot to be divorced. And that's an oxymoron. I mean, I don't know if that's oxymoron, but you're divorced, but that's the awkward part is just that we're divorced, but we're in a happy spot.
The other thing I want to ask you this, do you ever think about when is the shoe going to drop?
What shoe?
Okay. I forgot you were literal. Do you ever think about?
No, I was thinking about you.
No, I'm thinking, remember I said, put your toe in the water. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I understand.
You ever think about we're in a good place now, but how long is this going to last?
Oh, well, I guess I don't think about it, but I'm sure nothing's meant forever because, I have no idea. I don't know how to explain that one.
Yeah. I mean, I have thought about it. I'm like, okay, I don't want to do anything to jeopardize the space we're in, but that has crossed my mind. Like, I don't want to be one incident away from being back to where we were, and that was horrible.
That's called being on thin ice, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. That's not a good place to be. That's not, that was what we were. Eggshells, right. That's what we were. That's what I was anyway.
Right, you were. I was terrible. I was terrible. My mouth was terrible. Anything that I thought about came up and out because I felt like, well, I'm going to take the gloves off. And I was very, very expressive about it. But I want to be cognizant of the time. I want to remind everybody that you're watching Happily Divorced. I think we're going to stick with that name. And if you have topics that you want to talk about being, apart from your ex or thinking about staying with your current spouse or anything of the like, come on the show. You don't have to show your face. Warren's not showing his. But we had some technical difficulties with Warren again this week. There's the annoying part. So hopefully we'll have it hashed out for next week because his facial expressions are priceless. But not only that, I want to wish everyone well. I want to say, don't forget to subscribe to the LaDonna Raeh Show on YouTube. I show it on Facebook just because I got friends there, but go on YouTube, subscribe, and then hit that notification bell so that you know when the next one is. This is one of 5 shows. Warren, do you have your social media set up for people to follow you yet? Or are you going to just stay incognito?
I'm not on Facebook or I just set up an Instagram just to because I wanted to show some pictures or whatever, but I'm not going to be on Facebook. I refuse to get back on there. It was addictive and I think it was toxic. So, but let me just say this one thing that went through my head. Okay. So I wanted to let people know why they should listen to this show. And I think you should say a short essay on why it's your show.
Okay, why?
I think you should listen to this show because it is it is 2 people that have grown to understand the ramifications of a very life-altering event, with 2 life-altering events. One is marriage, childhood, raising kids, and divorce, or 3 altogether. And they want to have it edify other people in a way that they can, have fun, of course, and laugh, because I think that's very important to get that into them, but also just show them that, first of all, there is a good spot after divorce, but it is not something that should be taken lightly. I think you said that already, but I am definitely not interested in glorifying divorce. Nothing in my soul would like to glorify it, but I definitely want to tell people that it is healthy I think that healthy divorce, and that, you know, I want to be an example for it. I want you to be healthy, and I want you to be happy. And sometimes that's awkward, and you know, it takes a lot of humility. And if I can show that in this episode or episodes, I will say. But I'm not at all gonna say, okay, let's get divorced. People out there, you know,
that's right.
that's nothing. It is definitely something that shouldn't be taken lightly. But you know what? It's some things that have to happen. I'm not trying to say that it's like a unnecessary thing, but it's just not haphazardly. Yeah. So anyway, that's my whole thing for this show. I don't have any type of you know, like, my show is hopefully my appearance is, first of all, to be supportive to someone that has, you know, that this is a passion of theirs. They have 5 different shows, which is great, and you know, to help you, or not help you, but to, you know, just to put my couple seconds in is the least I could do.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you being like the best co-host for this show. I want to piggyback off of what you said real quick and say that absolutely we're not advocating divorce at all. We're not saying happily divorced. Yeah, go get yours. We're saying that because we did it, because we got divorced, and now we're in a happy place, and we're able to coexist on the same planet. You can do it too if you are already in that space, but you have to be cognizant and intentional of getting in that space. So don't forget, your children are watching, and they're going to mimic what you do, and that's going to be a point of reference that they use when they're trying to make decisions. So choose wisely. Warren, I think that's it for us, dude.
All right.
Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for watching Happily Divorced. That's the official name. We got it. I'm LaDonna Raeh, and Warren, go ahead and say your name, please, so I don't have to keep saying it. You gotta say your name.
All right, good night.
Your name.
Oh, Warren I.
Jesus. See what I mean? All right. All right,
I
y'all.
was here over the popping. I didn't hear you.
That's okay. That's all right. All right. Catch you on the next go round. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and comment. And share this with as many people as you can, because, well, most of the time we're funny, but, you know, say helpful as well. Bye-bye for now. Peace.
All right, peace. Bye.